Many of my Democratic friends are now trying to say we have lost. Here's a footnote. You're not going to get Democratic support. They're not. They're not going to support you, Mr. Secretary, because they don't support President Trump. I know that's. And number two, just keep this in mind. America first does not have to mean America alone.
John Kennedy just laid out the bluntest case yet for why the U.S. struck Iran. His argument? Iran wasn't just building missiles and drones for defense. It was building a shield powerful enough to restart its nuclear program and blackmail the entire region. Then Kennedy dropped the line that changed the whole hearing. Iran right now is being held together with spit and duct tape. And what followed wasn't just a debate about Iran. It was a much bigger argument about deterrence, power, and whether America should project overwhelming strength before threats fully emerge. Subscribe and let's dive in.
Is that the classified information and unclassified, it's public, showed that our intelligence discovered that not that long ago, Iran had developed the supreme leader, now dead as fried chicken, but they have a new supreme leader, had developed a new game plan for their nuclear weapons program. And their game plan was to jack up missile, both ballistic and cruise missile production and drone production, and put together this huge stockpile of missiles and drones. At which point they would turn to the United States and Israel and the rest of the world and say, we're going to restart our nuclear weapons program. If you bomb us again like you did in June, we will destroy the Middle East. And by the way, our missiles can now reach Berlin and London and Paris. Is that my understanding of one of the reasons, the main reason we went into Iran?
I think that's pretty well articulated, Senator, that they were trying to use the umbrella of their established conventional stockpiles to blackmail the rest of the world in pursuit of their own nuclear weapons.
Now let's talk about Iran today. Can we agree that Iran, both the public and the private sector, is being held together right now with spit and duct tape?
Spit and duct tape is not a doctrinal term, Senator, but I would agree with something along those lines.
It's a Louisiana term. I mean, 7 out of 10 Iranians are out of work. We bomb their infrastructure. They've got 70% inflation. Their internet's shut off. You know better than I do what we've done on the military side. Their launchers, gone. Their missiles, for the most part, gone. Their drones, gone. Do they have some left? Yeah. Their Navy, gone. Their Air Force, gone. You can get in an airplane, you personally, and fly anywhere you want to across Iran right now and feel safe because they don't have any air defenses. It will be, in my opinion, 20 years and cost $1 trillion before they're even back somewhat to normal. And I don't have the slightest idea where they're going to get the money. If they think China's going to give it to them or Russia, they've got to learn a hard lesson. To that extent, have we achieved our objective in Iran?
Objective, as this president has stated from the beginning, is to ensure they don't get a nuclear weapon, and President Trump remains dedicated to ensuring that happens. And everything you described with the military degradation of their country was in service of ensuring they never get a nuclear weapon.
This is what I never understood the president to say, I want a regime change in Iran, and I want to obtain all of their fissile material. I've never heard him say that. What I heard him say was, I don't want to go back through it, but our goal is to cripple them so they can't blackmail the rest of the world. Now, many of my Democratic friends are now trying to say we have lost. Here's a footnote. You're not going to get Democratic support. They're not. They're not going to support you, Mr. Secretary, because they don't support President Trump. I know that's not a newsflash. But they say we've lost. I don't get it. I don't understand how we've lost. Is the strait closed? Yes. But if we continue that blockade, where nothing's going in and nothing's going out, eventually they're going to have to shut down their oil fields, are they not? Half of their oil fields are low pressure. Once they put them down, they're not going to get them back up. Am I missing something here?
No, that's why the president is right when he says we hold all the cards, and we do. And we've got the best deal maker in the world able to make the best deal for the United States of America. And if we have to go back at it as the Department of War, we're ready to do that as well.
Well, keep two things in mind. You're not going to win over my Democratic friends. It's not worth getting your blood pressure up. Focus on other things. And number two, just keep this in mind. America first does not have to mean America alone. America first does not have to mean America alone. We need all the friends we can get. They need to carry their own weight. They need to pay their bills. But the more the better. I'm sorry I went way over, but I sure do appreciate
Senator Kennedy. Senator Murphy.
Thank you, Madam.
What you just watched was not just a debate about Iran. It was a deeper argument about how America now thinks about power, deterrence, and global stability. John Kennedy was not defending regime change or endless war. He was describing something far more strategic. Preventive deterrence through capability destruction. The argument is that Iran was not simply building missiles and drones for defense. It was building a military shield strong enough to eventually protect a nuclear program from retaliation. That changes everything. Because once a country can credibly threaten massive regional damage, the question stops being, how do we stop them? And becomes, can anyone afford to stop them at all? That's why Kennedy focused so heavily on degraded infrastructure, destroyed launch systems, economic collapse, and military weakness. From this perspective, the goal was never occupation. It was to weaken Iran's ability to project future leverage before that leverage became untouchable. Then came the line that quietly revealed the bigger doctrine behind this entire exchange. America first does not mean America alone. That's the modern Republican foreign policy framework in one sentence. Avoid endless wars. Demand stronger allies. But maintain overwhelming strength when core strategic threats emerge. Not isolationism. Not nation building. Selective dominance. And whether people agree with that strategy or not, this hearing exposed the real divide shaping modern geopolitics. Does peace come from restraint? Or from making adversaries fear the consequences of challenging you in the first place? Drop your thoughts below. Like, share, and subscribe for deeper geopolitical breakdowns. No spin. No fluff. Just the agenda.